Welcome everybody to Hadlock Field, where in today's game is between the visiting Bonny Eagle Scots and your Deering Rams. And as Deering warms up out on the field, Bonny Eagle's starting batting order and lineup: in right field, number 7, Drew Livier. In center field, number 14, Ryan Barry. At second base, number 2, Kyle Blaney. At first base, number 22, Ryder Owens. Catching, number 19, Aiden Toy. The DH is number 11, Levi Wood. At third base, number 5, Jaden Doughty. In left field, number 12, Caleb Ricardo. And batting last, the shortstop, number 6, Lucas Klein. And not in the batting order, but pitching, number 1, Trevor Nevels. Drew Livier is batting. First pitch is right down the middle for strike one.
Good start.
Last time out, Avery Lawrence had 14 Ks against Portland in a 1-0 win. And that's blooped, and Forrest able to catch it. So one away for Deering, and that brings up Ryan Barry.
The center fielder, number 14, Ryan Barry.
And the crew here at Hadlock Field did a great job in between games getting it ready for the second game.
Outside, it's a 1-1 count. Outside again, 2-1 count. It's in there for strike 2. Inside for ball 3.
Close, but not close enough.
And Bonny Eagle in their last game beat Noble, as that is hit foul. They beat Noble 9-2. And that stopped their 3-game skid. Deering's last game was against Gorham. They lost 12-6. So it's fouled back. Overall, Deering is 3-8, and Bonny Eagle is 4-8. And that's ball 4. So a 1-out walk issued by Avery Lawrence.
And that was definitely a bit outside because the pitch was behind the batter.
Second baseman, number 2, Kyle Blaney.
And Kyle Blaney at the plate, and it's in there for strike 1. And Avery checking on Barry at first. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that's right over the plate for strike 3.
What a beautiful pitch. Froze the batter.
The first baseman, number 22.
And Ryder Owens at the plate with 2 away. That curves over for strike 1. And Barry takes off. It's hit. It's a slow dribbler. Smith will fire over.
Oh.
And he is safe.
Yeah, foot was off the bag, but there was nothing the first baseman could do because the ball was not going to make it to first if he stayed there. If he had stayed on the bag, it would have bounced. And at that point, with a runner going down to third base, you don't want the ball getting away from you. So the trade-off was catch the ball, but don't get an out.
So Aiden Toy now up. And it's fouled back, and that one's over. So that's outside in. It might be in the parking lot, but
Yeah, that's in the parking lot. So got
him. And he is out. And Miles Lawrence threw down to second. And Tavian Lachor threw back to Miles at the plate.
Yeah, and the thing is that he's the one player you don't want throwing the ball back down to the plate because, as we know, he's got quite the arm.
And so Bonny Eagle can't capitalize on 2 runners on the corners. And so after half an inning complete, it's Bonny Eagle nothing, Deering coming up. And here we go for the bottom of the first as Bonny Eagle is warming up. The starting batting order and lineup for Deering. Batting first, pitching number 5, Avery Lawrence. The shortstop, number 6, Tavian Lachor. The catcher, number 27, Miles Lawrence. At first base, number 3, Jackson Forrest. In center field, number 22, Andrew Cook. In left field, number 21, Zeke Dewweaver. At third base, number 2, Alex Jordan. At second base, number 1, Zade Smith. And in right field, number 23, Gus Groh. And first pitch to Avery Lawrence is a strike. So we'll see what Trevor Nevels does to match Avery Lawrence. It's a 1-1 count. In the dirt for ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 2. It's a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
The shortstop, number 6.
So that brings up Tavian Lachor. In the dirt for ball 1. in the dirt for ball 2. And he's faking the bunt, pulls back, and it's a strike 1.
Yeah, might as well fool around at a 3-0 count.
And that's hit into right center, and Ryan Barry there to get the second out.
Great communication out there. You could hear him all the way up here.
The catcher, number 27.
And that brings up Miles Lawrence. Two away. And that's a dribbler down the third baseline, and it's foul.
Nice gesture. Bonny Eagle's catcher picking up the bat and giving it to the daring catcher. They both know it's a tough position to play.
In the dirt. It's a 1-1 count. That's hit to Klein, and not in time.
Well, and that's why you run them out hard.
So Miles Lawrence with a 2-out single, bringing up Jackson Forrest.
The first baseman, number 3, Jackson Forrest.
Beats the throw by a step.
And it's low and outside for ball 1. And fouled.
And a coach over there trying to scoop it barehanded. Not quite sure that that would have been a good thing to hit off your hands at that speed.
That's hit into left, and that's going to be back-to-back singles for Deering. So 2 on for Andrew Cook.
Well, with 2 outs, Deering's putting something together here.
And that's hit through the hole at first. And so that's another single with 2 outs.
Well, and that's a smart play. Hold the runner up. You got something going on here. You don't want to make the third out at home.
And it's only the bottom of the first, so
Yeah.
now if it was the bottom of the 7th and you needed a run, I would say send him around, but not this early. And so Zeke Deweyver hits it to, throws over, and the ball gets by Owens.
Ooh, he fell down. And
He
still
saved.
made it. Oh, my goodness. Because there was no going back to third base. The runner was standing on third base when he fell down.
And it looked like Jaden Doughty was looking for the tag on Forrest. And he decided way too late to throw to first. So it's now 2-0 Deering, as the first pitch to Alex Jordan is a strike. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, the third baseman was in no man's land. It was just,
And with 2 outs, you almost want to throw that over to first base and not worry about the guy at second.
well, you know, he did. He thought about trying to tag the runner going from second to third, but then realized he couldn't do it. And by the time he realized he couldn't do it, he had to hurry the throw. And as we saw, it got thrown away.
And so Deering capitalizes on some 2-out hits and put 2 on the board. And so after 1 complete, it's Deering 2, Bonny Eagle nothing. Here we go for the top of the second. Aiden Toy leading things off. Back up at the plate after Ryder Owens got thrown out at home. And it's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. And that's ripped foul. And that barely was on the left side of the third base bag.
Yeah, and just so you know at home, the reason why I didn't move the camera is you could kind of see it from this angle. It was going to go foul.
The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. And that's low for ball 2.
Dropped over just short.
And outside for ball 3. So Toy battling back to create a full count, and that's into left center. So the first hit for Bonny Eagle.
The designated hitter, number 11, Levi Wood.
And Levi Wood at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And that drops over for strike 2.
Wow. And that pitch really was unhittable where he put it.
And that's hit to Smith. Smith will not make the play at first.
Wow. So Portland, Deering gets a few runs on some missed plays, and now Deering's been put in a tough spot.
So that's an error on Smith. And so Jaden Doughty at the plate, 2 on. He will bunt, and it's a foul ball.
Yeah, the right play because they're trying to get those 2 runs back.
And lays down the bunt again, and that's foul. So we'll see how aggressive Bonny Eagle is with 2 strikes.
Well, we certainly know that he's having a difficult time bunting. So I know you don't want to get hit into a double play, but you don't want to give a free out either.
And he's swinging away. And just outside for ball 1. And that is just foul.
Ooh.
And that would have been great for Deering getting the lead runner with no outs.
And possibly third to first for a double play.
One, two count. And that's hit into right. Grow will get, and he throws it to Latour.
Well, you know what? I had the camera over there on third just in case, but that was a smart play. Throw it to second because now you still have the double play in order.
So Caleb Risicott.
Because the runner was definitely not going to go down to second. So heads up play by the right fielder.
Runners on the corners now. In there for strike one. Aiden Toy moved to third on the fly out to right. It's on the outside corner for strike two.
Well, and Lawrence is taking it upon himself to try to help himself.
It's in the dirt. It's by. And Bonny Eagle gets one back on the wild pitch.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Swing and a miss for strike three. Bringing up Lucas Klein. And it's up high for ball one. Levi Wood at second. And that hit Wood. No one covering second.
Wow.
And Avery Lawrence threw it right on the back of Levi Wood. So now the tying run is on at third. Right down the middle for strike one. It's a 1-1 count. It's up high for ball two. Right down the middle for strike two. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Bonny Eagle made that inning interesting, but Deering didn't help themselves out on a couple of those plays.
Well, both teams, the last half inning for both teams defensively was a struggle. And this, you can see it with the score.
And so Bonny Eagle gets one back, but Deering still leads after 1.5 innings. It's Deering 2, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the bottom of the second. Zade Smith leading things off for Deering. That's ripped foul. In the dirt for ball one.
Well, and Bonny Eagle's got a good crowd traveling with them.
It's popped up, but that's going to be in the stands. So it's a 1-2 count. And that hit him right in the helmet. And that is a perfect example on why you wear a helmet.
The right fielder, number 23, Gus Grove.
And the helmets they have today definitely can withstand getting hit in the head as long as it's not like 100 miles an hour.
And Gus Grow at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Well, he's swinging at good pitches. He's just not connecting.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's 3 Ks so far for Trevor Nevels. And that brings up Avery Lawrence. So right back to the top of the lineup for Deering. And that's popped up into right. And Drew Liviere there for the second out. So Tavian Latour up with 2 outs. And Nevels checks on Smith. Latour, it's foul. And it looked like Nevels jammed him on the inside part of the plate. Smith takes off. He's going to be safe at second, but it's a 0-2 count to Latour. And right up the middle, it's Blaney, can't field it properly. And it's a single by Latour. So runners on the corners for Deering, 2 outs with Miles Lawrence. It's outside. It's a 1-0 count. It's right down the middle for strike 1. And it's hit into right, and that's the 3rd out. And so Deering leaves 2 on, but Deering still holds the lead. And so after 2 complete, it's Deering 2, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the top of the 3rd. Leading things off is Drew Liviere. It's fouled back. And the dirt for ball one. And that's hit to Jordan, and Jordan gets him out.
Oh, what a way to stay with that ball, and a beautiful throw over.
And he stopped it from doing that short hop. He got it just as it hit the ground and kept it in front of him.
Beautiful play.
So that brings up Ryan Barry. It's a 1-1 count. That's hit foul. It's a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. And that's 2 away. That brings up Kyle Blaney.
The second baseman, number 2, Kyle Blaney.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And just low.
Wow.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. And so that's 5 Ks so far for Avery Lawrence. And he gets his first clean inning, a 1-2-3. And after 2.5 complete, it's Deering 2, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the bottom of the third. Jackson Forrest leading things off. In the dirt for ball 1. It's fouled. One and one pitch is fouled back. In the dirt. 2-2 count. And fouled back.
We got ourselves a pretty good battle going on.
Inside for ball 3. That's ripped down the third baseline. And he's going to go 2. That went by Risicott.
Well, it was a matter of time. Yeah, like in the first game, we saw a lot of balls hit right down the line just to the left of the bag. And so far this game, a few. One of them finally went fair down the line.
And that was a single, and Forrest took second on the misplay by Risicott. So Deering now has a runner in scoring position with no outs. Andrew Cook at the plate. And that's right back to Neville's, but it rolls to Klein and fires over to first.
Well, that was a heads-up play by the runner for Deering, because once he realized that ball got past the pitcher, he took off, and he knew that the only play for the shortstop was over to first. So, smart play.
Zeke DeWeaver at the plate, and it drops over for strike 1. Deering has a chance to get that 1 run back. 90 feet away. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, he definitely waited on that pitch. It looked like it was going to be inside, and it dropped over, but he didn't get at it.
And that's hit into the glove of Klein, and Deering and the ball got stuck in the net. Yeah, the Lucas Klein looked like he tried the backhand and it popped in and out of his glove.
And then it got thrown away.
So Deering capitalizing on Bonny Eagle's mistakes.
You know, and you can't say that if the play had been smooth, he would have got him out at home. But there was a possibility.
It's in there for strike 1. Alex Jordan at the plate.
And now Deering with another runner in scoring position.
Right down the middle for strike 2. And strike 3.
The second baseman, number 1, Zaid Smith.
Zaid Smith up, fouls it. So it's an 0-1 count. DeWeaver at second. In the dirt for ball 1. And that's going to get away from the catcher.
And that's a tough one, but fortunately for Bonny Eagle, a run didn't come in, but now the base runner is closer to home.
2-1 pitch, And that's fouled. Fouled back.
I'll tell you, he saved himself right there. That pitch was going to drop over.
And ball 3, so it's a full count.
The Darren batters so far this game have been very patient with this pitcher, and they've let him throw a lot of pitches.
In the dirt for ball 4.
And we're going to have a visit to the mound, and we'll be back.
We're back. Gus Groh at the plate. Runners on the corners. Swing and a miss for strike 1. D. Weaver at third. Smith at first. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Well, I'll tell you, the one thing about this batter, he is not afraid to swing. That's the same way this first at bat.
And it's a ball. So 2 runners in scoring position. And that's hit to Nevels. Nevels will fire over to first. Gets the third out. But Deering gets the run back in this half inning. So after 3 complete, it's Deering 3, Bonny Eagle 1. And here we go for the top of the 4th. Ryder Owens leading things off for Bonny Eagle. And it curves over for strike 1. And the lights are on. Just outside for ball 1.
Well, and you can tell it's getting close to summertime because it's 7:45.
And it's hit foul.
It's 7:45, and the lights are just coming on in the stadium. For you young people, Seth, 7:45 is 7:45.
And strike 3. So that's 6 Ks so far for Avery Lawrence.
Quarter to 8 is analog. 7:45 is digital. That's what you guys work with.
So that brings up Aiden Toy. It's ball 1. In there for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Whoa. Oh, thank goodness for the railing there in the Bonny Eagle dugout, because that was a scorcher. Line drive. Ooh.
And that hit Toy.
Well,
And so that brings up Levi Wood. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Fouled back for strike 2. And that's hit to Smith. Smith will fire over and gets wood.
Man, oh man. Smith, you just played second base pretty darn good on that one.
And so that's 2 away.
You talk about covering some space.
So Jaden Doughty at the plate. Toy on at second. It's ball 1. And it's way inside for ball 2. On the outside corner for strike 1.
Ooh.
And there for strike 2.
2 inside pitches to get him to back up, and then 2 pitches on the outside corner for strikes.
And it's a full count. And that's hit to Jordan. Jordan will fire over and gets him.
Some good infield play.
And so Deering minimizes the lone runner for Bonny Eagle. So after 3.5 innings complete, it's Deering 3, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the bottom of the 4th. Back to the top of the lineup, Avery Lawrence leading things off for Deering. Swing and a miss for strike 1. It's fouled back. 0-2 count. That one's fouled back. Deering's fouling Neville's pitches off. And that's a dribbler foul. And it's low and inside for ball 1. That's ripped foul. In the dirt for ball 2.
Long at bat here for Lawrence.
Low and outside for ball 3. Deering giving Neville's trouble, but on that one, it's strike 3.
Yeah, that was close enough to swing at, but it may have been outside.
The shortstop, number 6, Tavian Latour.
Tavian Latour up with 1 out. in there for strike one.
Nice pitch.
Fouled back. Oh, and 2 count. It's low. Ball 2. It's a 2-2 count. And that's hit over. No, it's caught by Ryan Berry.
What a catch.
Nice rain catch in center field by Ryan Berry.
Boy, and he put a charge into that, but center fielder beat him.
So Miles Lawrence up with 2 away. And that one's hit back towards, and this time Ryan Berry can't get the catch.
So who was the batter before this one?
It was Tavian Latour.
Wow. He almost, the center fielder, almost pulled off a amazing double play, so to speak, with 2 awesome catches. Just off the tip of his glove. You know, and I wonder, having the left fielder coming over, he took his eye off the ball just for a split second.
So Jackson Forrest at the plate. It's a 1-0 count. And that's ripped into shallow right. And Lear Vier calls everybody off and gets the 3rd out. And so, interesting end to the 4th. But Deering can't capitalize on Miles Lawrence's double. So after 4 innings complete, it's Deering 3, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the top of the 5th. Caleb Risicott leading off for Bonny Eagle. And on the outside corner for strike 1. It's in there for strike 2. Outside, 1 and 2 count.
Ooh. The catcher's taking a beating tonight. Umpire's giving him a couple of seconds for that pain to go away just enough to keep playing. He'll have a talk with the pitcher later.
2-2 pitch is strike 3.
The shortstop, number 6, Lucas Glenn.
So Lucas Klein at the plate, 1 out. In there for strike 1. in the dirt. So 1-1 count. Fouled. In the dirt, ball 2. 2-2 count. And it's strike 3.
The right fielder, number 7.
So that's 8 Ks for Avery Lawrence. And that brings the top of the lineup and Drew Liviere. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Kind of looks like he's got his groove going now.
In there for strike 2. And that's ball 1. That drops over for strike 3.
Had him frozen solid.
And so Avery Lawrence strikes out the side. And so after 4.5 complete, it's Deering 3, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the bottom of the 5th. Andrew Cook leading things off.
The center fielder, number 22, Andrew Cook.
It's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Right towards Neville's, and he'll get Cook out.
You know, that was a cross between self-preservation and I got it. And then he ended up getting the out. What a play.
And so that brings up Zeke Deweyver. In the dirt for ball 1.
That was a good play by the pitcher.
Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. Foul back.
Good.
Inside.
Good hold up.
It's a 2-2 count. It's a full count now. That's popped up in the infield. It drifts to left, and Risicott there to get the second out.
Good communication out there.
Third baseman, number 2, Alex
So that brings up Alex Jordan. 2 outs. And it's fouled. That's hit to Dottie. Dottie will fire over and gets the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Bonny Eagle. And after 5 complete, it's Deering 3, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the top of the 6th. Ryan Berry leading things off for Bonny Eagle. In the dirt for ball 1. And it's a bunt. And
Boy,
Miles Lawrence fired it to first.
that ball died right on the line. That was beautiful. And then you got to throw past the runner. That was a great play.
So Kyle Blaney at the plate fouls it back. One and one count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
The first baseman, number 22, Ryder Owens.
Ryder Owens now at the plate. 2 outs. Outside for ball 1. Two and 0 count. That's hit foul. That's hit up the middle. LaChore will fire over, and it gets by Forrest. And I believe it hit the bucket.
No, I think he would have got him out.
Yeah, So Aiden Toy up. It's outside for. It's 1-0 count. That's hit foul. It's a 1-1 count. Fouled. That's hit to LaChore. He'll field it, and this time he gets the runner.
And he had to be quick about it, too.
And so Avery Lawrence now has back-to-back double-digit strikeout games with 3 more outs left to work with. And so after 5.5 complete, it's Deering 3, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the bottom of the 6th. Deering bringing up Zade Smith. It's a swing and a miss for strike 1. In the dirt for ball 1, 1-1 count.
And the catcher threw it back in the dirt to the pitcher.
And that's hit to left. Risicott will get underneath it.
Wow, I'm not quite sure if he lost that for a second. He started in and then went back and lost his footing, but stayed with it.
And Gus Groh up at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
I have to say, watching Gus tonight, he does not take one cheap swing at all. His swings mean it.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
He connects the ball with the ball. It's going someplace.
In the dirt. And that's hit into shallow right. And Kyle Blaney tracking that for the second out. So Avery Lawrence comes up. Two away. That's hit right to Lucas Klein. And that ends the inning. And so it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bonny Eagle. So after 6 complete, it's Deering 3, Bonny Eagle 1. Here we go for the top of the 7th. Levi Wood leading things off for Bonny Eagle. Bonny Eagle has to score 2 runs to extend this game. And that's a good start for them.
Ooh. Nice rip right up the middle. It's like he was waiting on that pitch all night.
So 1 on, no outs. Jaden Doughty at the plate.
Well, and with being down 2 runs, I can't imagine at all he's going to bunt to move the runner over.
In there for strike 1.
Maybe a bunt for a base hit, but I doubt that too. Ooh, did he go?
And he did not go. One and one count. And that curves over for strike 2.
Oh, boy. Avery that's a tough pitch.
And it's fouled. 1-2 pitch. It's fouled again.
Well, at this point, Bonny Eagle batters need to protect the plate. And sometimes you got to swing at pitches like that and just foul it off.
And that's hit into the gap. And that's going to put runners on the corners.
Wow, with nobody out. The tying runs are on, but the center fielder making an effort on that ball kept the runner from actually taking off sooner than he probably wanted to.
And we're going to have a mound visit. And so we'll take a break. And we're back. Caleb Risicott. In there for strike one.
Well, you know, I'm not in that discussion on the mound, but he's just got to forget about the runner at third.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
His important thing is to keep that runner on first base from scoring, because the runner on third does not tie this ball game.
Swing and a miss for strike three.
Oh.
A huge K
No kidding.
for Deering.
Batting for Glenn, number 25, Xander Waycock.
In there for strike one it's Xander Waycott batting for Lucas Klein.
Boy, I'll tell you, that mound visit was probably, everybody took a deep breath because Avery's been different since.
It's in the down low for ball two.
Yeah, and Lawrence threw that pitch hoping he'd swing at it.
Right down the middle for strike three.
Wow. Gives up 2 straight hits and now 2 strikeouts.
The Bonny Eagle right fielder, number 7, Drew
And
Riviere.
Are we going to have a
that's
pitch
the
and change?
second mound visit. And
Oh, that's what it is. Thank you, Don.
so Avery Lawrence's night is done. He had 12 Ks in the game. And so we'll see who comes on for the close and the save.
It looks like the center fielder.
And so we'll get all the changes in a moment. And we're back. The only changes, Avery Lawrence goes out to center and Andrew Cook comes in to relieve Avery Lawrence. Drew Riviere comes in. That drops over.
That's a beautiful pitch. When you want to end a ball game, that's a pitch you got to throw. That was beautiful.
Swinging him. No, it was foul tipped. But it's all the same. It's an 0-2 count. Bonny Eagle down to their last strike. And swing and a miss for strike three. And nothing you like more than a 3-pitch save.
Yeah, I know. Considering you've been playing center field all night, you come in and you do that.
And so altogether, Deering had 13 Ks on the night. And, I mean, Deering definitely played really, really, really great tonight. Defensively, they had some mistakes, but it didn't come back to bite them in the end. But there's always stuff that you look for going forward in terms of stuff you need to work on. But sometimes when you do want to go far in the tournament, you nitpick those tiny things. But this game, it was far and few between with those mistakes.
Well, I'll tell you, we saw some great plays by both teams. Hard hit ground ball back to the pitcher, a beautiful running play by the center fielder for Bonny Eagle. I think Zane Smith at second base making a great long run for a ball and getting a runner out. I mean, there was some tremendous gameplay here tonight.
And, I mean, the difference in the game was those back-to-back-to-back hits with 2 outs in the first for Deering, scoring those 2 runs. That was the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, because after that, pretty much they got shut down. And so and this is what you have to do in high school ball. When an opportunity opens up, you got to take it. And they did in the first inning.
Deering did get help by Bonny Eagle in that first inning with the throwing error. But Avery Lawrence, I would have to say, is the star of the game with his 12 strikeouts in 6 and 2/3 innings.
Pretty amazing.
Great job, guys. Thank you for your help.
And so Deering comes out on top in this one over Bonny Eagle. Final score is 3-1. Saying so long, this has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching.